exercise, having an active lifestyle, you are able to work out, you are able to do something. Our bodies, including the mind, is like a muscle. You exercise it, the more you exercise, the stronger it becomes. The opposite is true. If you don't exercise anything, you are losing it. Exercises are that important that every organ, every tissue, every cell that doesn't benefit from activity dies. The issue is it will die slowly. If you just used one hand and left the other hand in one position for 1 week, the day, if not, leave alone a week, even if you just keep your hand in one position for 3 hours and you just use the other hand, by the time the 3 hours end, trying to use the other hand, you'll see that something went wrong. Now that is just for 3 hours. It might be for an hour. Imagine if you are rendering certain parts of your body inactive for days, weeks, months, years. You are killing them. That's why the oldest documented command is work. God was very clear. The engineer, the architect of our bodies, desired and commanded that we work. As we eat, we work in the garden. Why? The value of exercise can't be underestimated. Don't be lazy. Be in charge. Be in control. You need to have a life where you pay attention to one. How do I exercise my brain? Are you reading something? Are you listening to something? Are you challenging your mind so that it can be living? It can be living. I want to tell you, even loss of memory due to old age is largely linked to inactivity. You can be lazy today, but you are losing something. When you are active, you are gaining something. You are buying time, you are getting healthier. Now, why do people hate active lifestyles? I've talked about exercising the mind, because I know whenever people talk about exercising, people feel and think about physical exercise, which is very important, especially when it comes to non-communicable diseases. Don't let your body have food in it and use less of the food. Because whenever you are physically active, you are burning the food, you are utilizing the food you eat. We don't eat food to keep it in our bodies. We are not a store. You are not a store. Actually, some people are making themselves become food stores, accumulating a lot of fat. Because they eat, they don't use the food, and the body assumes that you are retaining, you are keeping it for a vigorous exercise next day. So it converts it into glycogen, stores it. Eventually it realizes that you are adding more, maybe preparing for a grand exercise, a grand activity that will burn more. It even translates it into fats. But it keeps on accumulating and you are not paying attention until it is overwhelmed. The blood vessels are filled with fat. Your cells are pressed by the fat deposits around. Sometimes you can even look at the person's skin and so stretched. The blood vessels can't pump. They are under pressure. It's like your skin has become a polythene tightly tying you inside it. And this is complicated by additional and additional feeding, poor feeding moreover, taking in a lot of foods that you don't actually desire, need in the body at that time, and using none or less. This is how it starts. Choice. When you make a choice to sit for 5-6 hours and not stand, you are not walking, but you are sitting in one place, the risk of inactivity is evident. But you might be engaged in activities where you have to sit for long hours. Then be sure that you've created a need to define time for your life, to say every morning, I use 1 hour for exercising. You can walk in one position, but walking in one position. So be careful with the space. When you wake up alive and you stretch out your hands, that space is yours. And thank God for that space. And that space can afford you good health. Because within the space, that radius, you are able to run, you can do press-ups, you can do sit-ups, you can hop, you can jump, you can dance, you can do so much within that space. Therefore, the conversation of lack of space can't come. Dedicate time to ensure that blood, fresh blood, actually reaches every point of your life, of your body. Drive your body in a way that every tissue will be active. Don't say, for me, I walk. Walking exercises some muscles, some body parts, and others are idle. Therefore, walking is good, but it's not enough. Ensure that every muscle, including smiling, every day you need to smile. Now, so many times, you might find that nothing gives you a smile. You need to make it yourself. Ensure that there's something that will give you a smile. You laugh. Therefore, choose how you spend your leisure time. Choose. Waking up in the morning, spend 1 hour, run a bit. You can run in one position, throw your hands up and down. There are a number of exercises which we are not going to talk about now, but I want to bring to your attention the importance of making every body part active. And it must be safe the way you do it. Health. If we are going to prevent and control non-communicable diseases, especially hypertension and diabetes, we must embrace discipline. You need to be a disciplined person with disciplined thinking, with disciplined action. You will not do anything that you feel like. You are going to do things that make sense, things that add value to your life, to your health, the things that will make you healthier, that will postpone high blood pressure, that will postpone diabetes. You can't go slow on such. You need to take action. Therefore, the discipline, self-discipline, is important. Your routine cannot be determined each day by circumstances. What you do when you wake up early in the morning should be designed because it benefits your health. The second thing you do should be designed because it benefits your economics, it benefits your relationships, it benefits your general well-being, and one of them is exercise. Is it challenging to start a journey of having an active lifestyle? True. You find challenges. But the cost of not doing is significant. And I want to assure you, no one can afford that cost, because it will cost your life. You will succumb to the consequences of hypertension, diabetes, loss of memory, fractures, because your bones are so weak, they can't support you. Moreover, you are not exercising, but you are not even monitoring your body weight. So the weak muscles, the weak bones are continuously being added on more weight, more weight, more weight. Sympathize with our bodies. Love your body, love your health. Be in control. You can make it. Start slowly. There's a concept that I like, which talks about the flywheel. You know, the flywheel starts slowly, slowly, but over time it gains momentum until it just strikes. You need to start slowly with exercising. Increase slowly. Enjoy them. Enjoy them. When you miss out, don't criticize yourself. Don't really feel so bad about that. It happens. But be better. Be stronger. Continue. Persist. Because of what it will make you. If you do nothing about exercising, the cost is the poor health and low quality of life. When you mind about it and you start, you are not late. Start now. The benefit is enormous.